Alright, let's see what we can cook up here real quick. Okay, that's already pretty good. Okay. Yo, I didn't even level her up. That's already pretty good. Rejoice at the return of Fontaine. We're back and we're going to be summoning for Escoffier. Well, we got a 3-point plan. We're going to be summoning for Escoffier. We're going to get her materials, gather them, feed the bosses, and then we're going to build and test out Escoffier. So this should be a blast. First things first, you can go over here and check out Escoffier in the test run. And also get, free little 3 here. Free little 3. We really need to get lucky with this boss because I do not have that much resin. The tail looks like the weapon. Alright, there's that. Alright, let's see the attack. Little 3 attack, and it's very simple. Nothing too crazy. Animations are simple. And then we have the actual kit. Let's take a look-see. We've got the weapon. The weapon's actually pretty cool. I like the look. And then we've got the artifact. Of course, as we predicted, using the golden troop set, which makes sense. Got the constellations, and then we've got the talents. Now, I do want to look at one thing from the talents, if it scales off of attack, and it does, which does make sense. Alright, and this is the important part of our kit, obviously, the hydro and cryo resistance. Alright, now take a look at the constellations. Boom, first one, you get when 4 party members are hydro cryo, all party members get increased damage, crit damage. That's pretty nice. Give party members, apart from Escoffier, deal cryo damage with the normal charge or plunging attack, or an elemental skill or elemental burst. They will expand 1 cold dish stack to increase their damage dealt by 240% of Escoffier's attack. So C2 is very powerful. C6, let's take a look. See here, the elemental skill is enhanced, and when a party's character's normal cold storage will fire off another special grade frosty parfait, dealing 500%. This is considered elemental skill damage. Pretty good. It's crazy. C2 is really good. Okay, let's test this out, shall we? Boom. Elemental skill straight off the bat. Ooh, I like that. And because we have more than 1 cryo character on the team, we get some extra crit rate as well if they're frozen. It will be pretty nice as well. So boom, we freeze. Now this should be dealing more damage, whether they're frozen or not, right? So that's pretty cool. Boom. That's pretty nice. I must say that's pretty nice. And then boom. Of course, Fremne is more of a physical damage dealer. I have to say something. So, but yeah, this is cool here. She's pretty much this elemental skill right here, which is pretty interesting. It's pretty powerful. Look at the amount of damage she's dealing. Right, if we use the burst, 40k right there. 40k. That's pretty decent. Of course, her weapon does make a massive difference because it gives you a lot of crit damage, gives you a lot of attack percentage as well, and when you're off field, you get an additional attack percentage buff. Right, give me that. Alright, we've got another character by the name of Ifa we can try out. I have to go lower. Alright, I'm going lower. There it is. Yeah, that's sick. Roron does work well with Ifa right here. Alright, now this is the part we've been waiting for, the wishes. I don't have that many wishes. Fear not, we are going to be able to get 5 more from the shop. I did not close. We've got the weapon banner as well, which is pretty interesting, novice banner. And there is, that's all. Without further ado, over here and home. 4-star, no worries. We are looking for an Ifa. Hello? 4-star? Oh, we got Layla. Okay, we got Layla. We still need some constellations. Oh, not the absolute worst thing in the entire planet. There we go. Another 10 pull. A 4-star coming through. And let's just skip this one. Okay, we got the Witsit. Very interesting. Very interesting. And we can use the Stardust to claim these intertwined fates. We can only collect 3 right now, but that's all we need because this 10 pull is going to do it. Boom. There it is, the 5-star. Ooh! Did I really lose 2? Did I really lose 2 before this?
Escoffier, pâtissier suprême, and master of precision gastronomy. As an esteemed guest of the divine, you deserve the finest cuisine Teyvat has to offer. I hope my work is to your satisfaction. If you have an interest in the culinary arts, allow me to introduce you to the wonderful world of haute cuisine. I just hope you're mentally prepared for the undertaking. I don't tolerate a quitter.
Right, so that's a Escoffier. Pretty cool. We got a run. We're kind of looking for Ifa, but you know what? All good. And then we got a Layla. Interesting. And of course, we're going to need to gather a lot of materials together to at least level 70, so she's kind of usable. Oh, there we go. Let's just use up all that we have currently. And we've got a little bit of stuff here, just a tiny bit. And we'll see how much we need as we go further into it. Of course, we're going to need to battle the boss. So, I think we can do the little you know, a little tweaking, and we can get to the boss here real quick. There we go. Click on this real quick. We go all this way using this method. I feel like there should be some sort of faster method. I don't know. What if I didn't have any of these characters? What if I didn't have like Iansan or something? Yeah, I figured out that you don't need those characters. I forgot you can do this. Alright, here we go with the boss. Okay, hopefully we can get at least 2 or 3, 4 amount of the boss mats, so we don't have to farm this as much as we would, you know, otherwise. Because yeah, let's just try to save some resin so we can, you know, spend it elsewhere. Okay, let's see. Give us a 4. Oh no, it's a 3. Alright, whatever. Okay, that was quick. That was nice and quick. Come on, 4. We need a 4. We need a 4. No, it's another 3. Ooh, hello. Boom. Alright, come on. 4. Give me the 4. Give me 4. Oh, come on, man. Not good. Okay, we still have a few chances to get the 4 here. And then we won't need to be spending that much resin. Come on. We have a few more chances. Please. No. Why is my... Alright. Boom. There we go. 40. No. Did you get 4 drop at any of those times? It was good, Tubby. Give me your stuff. Right, we can claim one of these bad boys. Probably do it for this as well. Okay, we got 60 more resin here. That's enough for 1 more. But after using another 60 resin, we'll be able to do even 2 more after that. And it'll be pretty much good to go. There it is. We got another 3. Now we get the 4. And alright, let's finish it off real quick. The last bit of resin here. Boom. We got a 3. It's alright. Let's go to Fontaine and let's see if we can build our Escoffier. It's been a while since we've been here. I kind of miss Fontaine. And we got some of the materials here. Ooh, we actually have an Ascension of Curate. It's really nice. Okay, we can still keep going. We're actually lacking these. That's actually pretty surprising. There we go. Now we're at 70. This is the range we kind of want to be at for now, so we can get the Ascension 3 passive while we still kind of lack the materials for the other stuff here. We're missing 1 for level 80. That is what we want to do now is, okay, let's collect these real quick, get rid of those. And then let's see what weapon we want to use on Escoffier. I think I want to use the Ballad of the Fjords just for now. I kind of think that the other this weapon would be pretty good on her because it increases attack and gives you some mastery, which is really nice. I kind of just want to use this because I don't generally use this. And then the artifact set. Okay, the artifact set, we're gonna run Golden Troop. Boom, boom. Okay, let's see what we can cook up here. Right, let's level this up if we have it. We got crit rate on it, which is pretty nice. We just need a few more crit damage and stuff. We got HP. That is not what we're looking for here. Let's keep. Ooh, ×5. Ooh, we got both crit damage and critical rate. That is beautiful. Already a piece that is somewhat usable right here. Got a ×2 right there. We're almost at 19. We're at 19 now, and there is 20 with a crit rate increase of 0.8%. Wait, this is actually a pretty good piece right here. This is what we're looking like. We got a 4-piece of the golden troop set. Got 1329 attack. That is pretty low actually. Okay, so myself, we're at 105 crit rate with a crit damage of 102. We definitely need to change. Okay, we got attack percentage. That is good. Okay, we got HP percentage. I'm not looking for that right now. And I just want attack percentage. Okay, energy recharge is actually pretty usable. If we want to burst quite often. The flat defense is definitely not usable. Okay, energy recharge. Okay, not the worst thing in the entire planet. But hey, there we go. We're at 74.3147. The crit damage needs much more work. But this way we're not overcapped on crit rate. And we're pretty good to go. Let's look at her talents. Generally, we're not using her normal attacks at all. So we're just going to be leveling up the other 2 talents. Mostly the second or the elemental skill one. This is what we want to level up, and we don't have any of these. Right, let's see what we can cook up here real quick. Okay, that's already pretty good. Okay. Yo, I didn't even level her up. That's already pretty good. This is just her alone, no other external stuff. We got 4.7k. Just chilling. That's pretty good. And of course, got a little bit of frozen. And oh, okay. Irina is kind of that's sick. 5,000 is pretty decent here. That's pretty decent, especially from how our build is looking. All right, here we go. This time we're going to switch off Escoffier so we can see the damage she does when I'm off field, and that's 5.3k. That is pretty nice. Alright, let's see how much we can level up now. We only have 31 pieces, but let's see what we can do. Boom. Hopefully we can get all the way to level 6 on both of these talents. They're both pretty decently important. We got 6 on this. We got 6 on this. Oh, we're pretty close. Pretty close. We just need a little bit more of these, which I think we can make work. Look at this. Look at this. Alright, this is what it's going to have to look like because I haven't farmed these either and they're not available right now. But for now, this is what we look like. 1, 6, and 5. We've got all the Ascension talents, nice and neat. These are our stats. Not the greatest thing of all time, but our career is pretty decent. Our weapon isn't even fully upgraded yet. All we need to do is get a little bit of these and maybe we can try to make that happen. So how about we try that real quick? Alright, there we go. Ooh, there it is. Oh, even got an extra one for that. There it is, level 9. Health, increase our attack quite significantly. Now we're at 1565, which is pretty decent. We like that. So, the more the attack, the better. Of course, with Ascension, we get some base, more base attack, which is really important. And we get some more base too. And yeah, okay, now our stats look even beefier with 79 and 147. Of course, we're gonna almost cap right here. But the nice thing about this weapon is that we get elemental man. Just that, which is nice, but we need different types of, characters in the party. We only have 2. So this pretty much useless. So this weapon is actually pretty decent. Escoffier, we get the nice 3% attack and elemental damage bonus. This can stack 3 times. We get 8 mount here, and we get attack percentage main stat. Although we kind of lack the materials, get it all up. So of course we always test everything out against big dude. So let's try this out. This should be pretty decent. So we use elemental skill, we get 2.9k, and then we got 6.9. Now after we switch characters, we should get a decent amount of increase here. We're at 7.8 thousand, which is pretty nice here. And of course, we do apply all of our effects since we have this going on. So we have a 55% decrease in elemental resistance right now for our opponent, which is very big, because not only is she dealing a lot of damage right now, look at the amount of damage she's doing. After we use Furina, after we use Shenhe, after we use Neuvillette, he should be gone in mere moments. Let's try that real quick. So this is the plan. We use Furina, and then Shenhe, and then Escoffier, and then Neuvillette at the very end. We do this. Oh, I thought he disappeared. Thank goodness he didn't. We get all the applications and stuff, and then boom, we use Neuvillette. And yeah, just yep. With the power of Neuvillette also by our side, this is a wash. Just that was okay. I do kind of want to know how much damage Escoffier only does. So we're going to use Furina, Shenhe. All right, here we go. Boom. Gonna use Shenhe, and then there we go. Escoffier gonna go all out. We're gonna switch out the character. We're doing 20k damage with Shenhe. Without Shenhe, we're doing 10k from Furina, which is still pretty decent. And yeah, look at that. Just really strong. So that was Escoffier. I think she's a pretty awesome character. We don't even have her fully kitted out. We only have level 6 talents. She can get much stronger from here. Her artifacts aren't even that crazy. We can get much more crit damage, and then we can switch out the weapon and get even more attack percentage. She's about so crazy, right? I definitely think she's an excellent character, and she does a lot for your team. Does a lot of cryo stuff, hydro resistance reduction. Very cool. Let me know what you guys think about Escoffier. If you guys liked, you know, in the comments. You guys